Over the past year, the novel coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, has upended life as we know it, and because of it, may never be the same. One of the biggest impacts has been on the education system. Right now, students here at Brighton have the option of doing their classes online or attending in person, and because of this, has messed up student life and schedules they have been used to having their whole lives while attending classes. This is the Andrew Walker Show, and today I will be discussing why I think Brighton needs to go back to mandatory in-person school and discontinue online school. This video is sponsored by Brighton High School, where students go to learn. You really thought I was going to maintain that voice the whole time? Nah, don't worry, I'll go back to the normal voice. So today we're talking about online school and how it plays a huge role in the educational system during the global pandemic of COVID-19. So let's go back in time, back to February 2020. School was going normal, policies in action, the attendance was pretty strict, and could hardly miss any school, unexcused and excused combined. The population of students at school, every kid was almost attending, about 2,000 plus, and there were football games, occupancy games were going on all the time. For me, I was a junior during this time, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, news on this strange virus started spreading across the world and was figured out to be as contagious as the flu. And as a result, we had to start putting all these mask mandates and policies into action, resulting in a 2-week education halt where nobody attended school and nobody even did school either while they started getting online figured out. And this was the beginning of online, which led to leniency, laziness, and effectiveness of online compared to in-person school, which took a huge toll. And my personal experience is, yes, it was nice while it was going on, but overall, I lost a lot of motivation and lacked to do hardly anything. Ever since then, we've gone back to school, but you've had the option to go online too, so you can miss school really easily. There is no online attendance policy at all, making it even easier to miss. And then it's quite easy to make up too, so just efficiency, strictness, and just going along with the general flow of school. And the reason why I say all of these things is, although online school worked out for a lot, it's also taken a huge toll on everybody and has caused it to make it much harder to learn. So the first question I'll be talking about is why in-person is better than online is. From recent studies, a lot of students tend to learn much better in person in a physical classroom than in online classes. As a result, this sets up better schedules for students, gets them up early in class at specific times, making it easier for them in the future to be able to make their own schedules and stick to them. Also gets them out of the house, leading to better health from more movement and participation, which ties into how it improves social skills of people, social interactions with others, and just overall boosts people's happiness and confidence from being around others. The reason why I talk about this is it just overall makes somebody feel a part of society and not just out on their own. Next question I want to talk about is why online learning isn't necessarily the best. Learning from home has lots of distractions, making it much harder for students to learn and complete assignments. It doesn't set a schedule automatically for anyone, allowing for more procrastinating to take place. It forms more bad habits than good, and it isolates people from each other, decreases mental and physical health of individuals overall. Moving on, the next question I want to talk about is what we could do to make in-person mandatory again. One thing we could do is to be more strict on the attendance policy, either going back to or near back to how things were before, not given the option to switch back and forth. So once you choose to go online, you stay online, or if you choose to go in person, you stay in person, and not just swapping back and forth all the time. And then for somebody who chooses to do in person, to disable their ability to do online school unless they have a legitimate reason, such as being sick or their parents are compromised, so they have to go online. Last question I want to talk about is how we can make this happen during the pandemic and what would happen to online schooling. So first of all, to make in-person mandatory, we'd be more strict on COVID restrictions to prevent the spread, screen kids every day to make sure someone who's infected isn't spreading it to others, we'd sanitize the school every day, and we keep online schooling for those who still refuse to do in person, who they or their parents may be compromised, and for those who became sick and unable to attend. In short, students here currently at Brighton have the option of doing their classes online or attending in person, and because of this has messed up student life and schedules. They have been used to having their whole lives while attending classes. Because of this, in-person school should become mandatory for those able to attend to get each and every student back on track. This has been the Andrew Walker Show, and my thoughts on why I think Brighton needs to go back to mandatory in-person school and discontinue online. Thank you. Have a great day.